Welcome Saggitarius. Welcome to Keykey's Doorway. Let's see what you and your soulmate will be experiencing emotionally and energetically for November 20th to November 27th, 2018. Gaia, God, Mother, wow. Okay, when saying mother, I usually say goddess, but mother. You're being a matriarch. You're becoming a strategist. All three, masculine, feminine, soulmate. We're going to see why. A strategist. What actions will Mr. and Miss I couldn't get all the words out. Okay, y'all like, look, we Sagittarius. We half human, half horse, lady. We got you on the human part, but we ready to go. All right. Okay. All right. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Give me the green light. Give me this one day and night. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Okay. I see why. I believe you have what Virgo, Aquarius, and Scorpio had, or what Virgo, Aquarius, or Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio had. Oh, okay. You have all three in your world. All right. Okay. Masculine Sagittarius. In your past life, you experienced being a warrior of wars and battles. You had to experience walking in a path of making decision and fighting for that beliefs, even that was opposed of another person's belief and way of being. Yet if you realize these look like two captains, two chiefs of both sides holding ground, it's as if they know they're fighting a war, but they don't want to have a war. They don't even want to have this battle, but they know they must be present. Because the present in itself shows the strategy or the source of what gives will or willpower. It's like if both parties or both opposing parties or both parties that feel opposed of each other fought or are fighting, it had to be a key element though that both parties can agree to. That would explain why even in this war, the war looks like it wanted or it had to be done, but it could have been done in a different way, a different strategy. Because when we don't have a strategy or a solution, lives are taken. These two are chiefs. Because look at their rank. One is holding a flag and one is holding a spear, like an Aries with the identity, their spear, and willpower, like Leo. But they're using the scale. It's like if you look at both, it looks like it's making a scale or a X, 10th house of boss, that both can have been existing without having to really fight. Because even though the captains know this is why they're not physically killing each other. They both have weapons to really actually harm each other, like you see the soldiers on both sides doing to each other right here. But we see the difference between what can happen when you stand your ground, yet hold a graceful belief where both can exist in the moment but don't really have to fight, compared to both existing in the moment but fighting to have the upper hand or to have the true direction. A direction can go both ways. When we walk, do we just walk in one direction? No, we walk in many directions. I think this is what masculine Sagittarius you're experiencing in how you strategize. And you're seeing how your past life has showed you this, that there are both ways and even a middle ground that can be made when the smoke is cleared. You're seeing how you can strategize and use your strategy as a solution than this being seen as just a skill. It's not just a skill only. It is also a strategy. And that strategy has also a solution too. Female Sagittarius, in your past life, you experienced forgiveness. What does it mean to forgive? What does it mean to forgive what? Forgive whatever aspect in your life, Miss Sagittarius, that could pose or oppose your true value. You have two, like your masculine counterpart in their past life, you have two identities about yourself that is present but does not have to bump to exist. It could actually fly freely in the same space. And you're seeing how forgiving. I feel whenever you get a chance, check out first the Aquarius. I think I really feel it is Aquarius, the architect, advisor. Yes, check out masculine, feminine, and soulmate. Check out Aquarius reading, and you will see why. When you forgive, Miss Aquarius, you're showing yourself that in the present life, you have also been an anchor even in this time period. When you forgave in your past life, you have shown others how to be an anchor. You have shown people how to be that standing ovation for themselves, that solution in themselves. When we are solutions, we first have to fight with ourselves, right? And you know how we fight with ourselves is, one way I could give is by our gut. You know how you can be doing something and your gut, whether it be your physical gut, if you're hungry, like Soulmate has experienced. I only say this because of the bread and someone had eaten it. So someone had to be hungry to order this bread to eat in it. Miss Sagittarius, you're seeing that in order to forgive in your past life, you had to see a solution. When we fight with ourselves, it's like a gut. Our gut tells us, don't do that, or yes, do that. And depending on the circumstances in front of us, we might oppose it and not do it. And then we later on say, dang, I wish I could have listened to my gut. I wish I could have listened to my gut instincts. I wish I could have listened to my intuitions on that. You're seeing how in your present life, using your gut instincts, using your intuition has given you the reason to forgive. You see why forgiving was the source of your solutions, the source of even how you handle problems in your present life. Soulmate, from your masculine counterpart, from experience in their past life, that it's always a middle solution or a middle man, or how we use in this time period, a mediator, an interpreter, a translator, a diplomat, an advisor, even in the guise of a therapist, sociologist. I don't know why that came up to mind. Maybe, soulmate, you are thinking about how does sociology tie into the way we view food and hunger in any aspect of our lives. And you're seeing how that does create a solution. How our sociology or our social makeup gives us a way to find solutions. Masculine Sagittarius, the action you're making is the Two of Earth. So, you know, when the tarot card, they say the Two of Cups is the Lover's card. This time, you're using your self-worth or your identity, which is in the first house of Aries. Your identity is tied into your ego, that engine that sparks you to go and take flight. And it's tied into your core values of who you are as their self-worth. And you're seeing how that does move in the way you have handled wars and battles in your current life. So if too much is going on, this would explain why finding a middle ground, a middle solution is necessary. See how it ties into your past life as a present for you to use? Masculine Sagittarius, you're seeing how also the need to make a decision is always needed. When we make a decision, it's giving in a way, a factual awareness of it. It's like was mentioned in the Soulmate, in my mind's eyes, not just a demonstration, but a social makeup that we all experience. When we're hungry, we go to the store to get food. When we're hungry, we actually make something in our house to fill us up. When we're hungry mentally, we find ways to stimulate, whether it be YouTube, whether it be cell phone, whether it be reading a book, whether it be practicing something. You're seeing, masculine Sagittarius, that when you make a decision, it is saying that you agree to something, even if it's, or it appears as if it goes against who you are. When you really look at the situation, it actually truly ties in. That's why your second hand is going to your core values. It's not becoming lump-sided or indecisive. You're slowly seeing how the decisions that you make and how you make it does tie into your core values and your identity. And you're seeing that making a playful approach is necessary. Like, 1-2 Step by Sierra. 1-2 Step, or when we are babies, right? When we look at people that are older than us as babies, we seen that they use their feet a certain way to walk. That taught us how to walk. And when we found how to basically walk, then we made it our own swag, our own way of walking. Meaning, even though we learned how to walk, Mr. Sagittarius, did not mean that we walked in the way we were learning. We found our own groove, our own way to saddle, to take that charge, to gallop. Miss Sagittarius, how you will be moving emotionally and energetically through your actions this week is stemming from the Queen of Water. You're merging your Cancerian, which is all about how you cultivate or how you see forgiveness as a way to cultivate in your world. You're recognizing how forgiveness has always given you that playground, like your masculine counterpart and their actions, on making your decisions in how you become tenderhearted. So, for example, forgiveness. One way to emotionally put this, you know how when you get a standing ovation for your work, Miss Sagittarius, a person actually has to reveal to you not just what you have done in that work, but what ways your identity, your core values, and how they see you when you perform that work has emotionally influenced the way they work in their lives, or the way they're seen in their lives, in the way their operation, or the way they're governing themselves, and how they become that go-getter in their craft, or become their own go-getter in the way they're walking in their life. So you're seeing that you're a queen of not just your emotions, but your instincts, Miss Sagittarius. You're seeing that you have always surged ahead and become that go-getter, because it's tied into your emotions, your intuitions, your fiery instincts. And you're recognizing that, like a horse and like a human being, both mammals are patient in how they move, and they feel beneath their feet that sensation on when to stand still and when to try ahead or to gallop ahead. So relationships will start to develop in a whole new level for you when you are realizing that forgiveness gives you a bigger understanding to the bigger scheme of not just the world, but how it does play a bigger picture in your world personally. So the actions that you take is careful, and you're seeing that caring for others in the way you act shows yourself and others how you are loving, and how people have always seen you as a go-getter in your heart. Your heart, that heart is connected to your will. Soulmate. Just like the masculine counterpart of yourself. You're recognizing when you make that decision, you are becoming your own collaboration. You're seeing that you're becoming that self-worth in your passions, that key value in the way you move in your actions. So you are coming into your own soulmate, and you're seeing that new partnerships and contracts is present, and you're continuing to move forward. Until we meet again, Mr. and Miss Sagittarius. Until we meet again, soulmate. Know that you three, Trinity, are becoming your own decision making, your own decision maker, and you're becoming the queen of your castle. I love you, Sagittarius. I love you, soulmate. We will see you on the other side. See, you got that. When is that on? What melody is that?
Which one?
Dun, 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 dun. Is that?
Just playing?
Yeah.
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Remember, there was a show that played that. Was it Wheel of Fortune? Was it Jeopardy?
It might have been Wheel of Fortune.
I
don't know now.
Cause you heard of that. The Price is Right.
Oh yeah.
Now, this matches into the reading. Just like The Price is Right, what price seems right to you in how you move? We will see you on the other side.